Hi. Jamstack can seem complicated at first, but I want to break it down for you so that you can learn what you actually need to know to build a site with this stack. In this episode, we're going to be adding a starter kit to Contento, which is a headless CMS, and get it up and running on your local environment. Before we go much further, Contento is my product. I built it for this very scenario, but this series is not about Contento, trying to make you buy it or anything like that. We've got a great free plan which you can use for all of these tutorials, but you don't have to keep using us. This is about building websites with Jamstack and headless CMSs and all of that tech because it's fun. Right, let's get into it. So we're going to start by deploying a starter kit. This is probably the best way of learning. So on our website, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom and you can see that we've got a basic starter kit here. We're going to pick this one to begin with because it has all of the basic wiring that you need. It has a sort of vanilla Next.js repo to go with it, and it gets you to the point of rendering a website locally on your machine without anything else getting in the way. So it can help you sort of understand what's the absolute minimum that you need to actually run something, and then we're going to layer it up from there. And by the end of this episode, we're going to have it running on our local machine and rendering stuff, and then we're going to stop there for today. Cool. So I'm going to press deploy now. This is going to boot me into the Contento product. I've got a team already called Jamstack Josh, and I'm just going to press create. This is going to deploy a few things, a bunch of content types. So we can see we've got announcement bar, general page, a tiny bit of content, and that's literally it. If you pick one of our other starter kits, they're usually more complicated. Stuff like, I'm just going to go back here for a sec. Stuff like Enigma, just go here, which is like fully styled marketing site, or Mogul, which is more for like article-based content. I could pick one of those, or I could pick this sort of like standard blog, but that is too easy. And I want to show you how to go from nothing. The aim of this website that we're going to build together over this series is actually just to hold all of the content that I'm going to produce as part of this series and future stuff. So it's going to be more like a blog / sort of tutorial site. Right, let's get into it. We get this nice little widget which can help us get going. So the first thing in this little quick start widget is to clone a repository. Now this repo, which you can get to from here, is just open source effectively on our GitHub. All of our starter kits come with a repo like that. So I'm just going to open a new terminal window here. Just make that a bit bigger so that you can see. And I'm going to cd into where I want this to live. And I'm going to paste that command on the end of it. I'm just going to add a name for my project. Cool. So now that's done, I can see over here that I need to move into the project directory, which I've renamed during my git clone, and then run npm install. So I'm going to do that now. Ooh. There we go, that's going to be done in a second. So next step, set up the environment. Right, we've pre-prepared an environment file for you for each starter kit. It comes with all the bits you need, apart from the API key, which you need to generate separately. So we're going to do all of that now. Well, actually, before we do that, I probably need to open this up in my editor. So I put some hold music on here. Okay, so here's my project, and I can see from the instructions that I need to make a .env file in the root. There's already a sample here, which you could just copy and fill in the values manually if you wanted to. Or in my case, I can just do this and paste everything in and not worry too hard about it. So next step is to create an API key. duck Josh. I'm going to create one that's just for my local host, and actually I'm probably going to cycle this key out after this video, otherwise you can all access my site, which I don't want you to be able to do. Cool. So that's my environment set up. So I'm going to click next. Ah, nice. So now I can just run the site locally using npm run dev. And I think now I can probably just open that and it should work. There we are. It's the most beautiful site in the world. This is what I mean by being a basic starter kit. There's nothing really in it apart from making everything work. But we can see it's working. So look, I can see this looks like my announcement bar, and this is coming from my home page. So if I just go into here, I can see my home page here has the title home. I can see my announcement bar content here, and that's all lining up over there. So that is working. So I can now get rid of my starter kit widget. It wasn't that lovely, and I'm going to just test that this works by doing like a different title for my home page. Like that. I might even put an emoji in it. Ta-da! Okay, that wasn't what I picked, but I'll have it. Right, and I'm going to go back here and just refresh. Oh, look at that. Marvellous. So, that's all we're going to do for today. We're going to just stop coding. We're not going to look at what's inside here yet. We will do that in the next episode. But what we know is we've got a Next.js site up and running, and it's fetching data from Contento, our headless CMS today. Again, just to clarify, this could be any headless CMS. We're just using Contento because it's what I know the best, having built it. And then in the next episode, we'll cover getting live preview to work. So that's when we press this button. It sort of works right now, but it won't update when you type stuff in here until we do some things in our project. And then if there's time, we'll also cover deploying it out to Vercel. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. Bye.